Today I worked the boys in the indoor arena because of the rather intense wind we were having. And because of the wind, both horses were jumpy. It's important that I stay calm and relaxed when they are alert and fidgety. It will only make matters worse if I get flustered. I walked Picasso around the edge of the arena, both directions, to give him an opportunity to settle in. But with Picasso, sometimes no amount of settle-in time will prevent an outburst. And that's okay. I just stay quiet and help him refocus. The nice thing about Picasso is that I have absolute faith that he won't run into me. I've had him fly like a kite next to me, caprioling and rearing and kicking, and he's never once hit me. Not that he never will, but in 10 years, he hasn't once. Once he gets over his jitters, we can start to concentrate on work. But because of the wind and the noise, I know Picasso will be easily distracted today, so I don't ask for too much. It's not a good idea to go into a session knowing that the horse will be unfocused and asking for really intricate work. It's best to just fit what you ask to the circumstances of the day. Saves you both a lot of frustration. Now, a more advanced horse should be able to have more asked of it. What I'm learning over and over again is that everything is contextual. What you ask, how you ask, and why you ask for things are all part of a constantly changing and shifting landscape. So with both horses today, what we are doing is as much about helping them to learn to focus in a scary environment as it is working on improving their movement. Instead of looking at the wind and their spookiness as a barrier to progress, I choose to look at it as an opportunity to work on something that bothers them. Another factor I try to keep in mind when working with any horse is asking for things when it's easy for the horse to do it. Here, I wasn't entirely paying attention to where I was in the arena, and asked for and got a halt, almost nose to nose with the fence. This wasn't very smart. Now I have to make a fairly sharp turn or back Picasso up to continue. But I suppose that kind of mistake goes away with time and practice. So many different things to keep aware of, and only some of those things are in the horse. Aries also needed a couple of laps around the indoor to settle in a bit. He is far less likely to spook or bolt than Picasso, but Aries will stew and stress. His alertness level stays high. This is a nice, simple exercise of changing the bend. I use the bamboo on either side of Aries to change the way he bends his body. It's not meant to be a dramatic shift, just a change in the bend. And you can see him bend his body away from the bamboo. This also keeps his focus, as he has to respond to where the bamboo is instead of look around the arena for scary things. This time, he was able to keep a bigger circle in this arena. Usually, he is really close in, and getting him out is a chore. But today, he seemed comfortable maintaining a bigger circle, even with the howling wind. I like how Aries' movement has improved over the past 2 months. He is looser overall, carries his neck lower and more relaxed, his legs swing more underneath him, he's pushing off more from the hind end, and his left and right side are balancing out. In just 2 months. That is a short amount of time. And as many of you have witnessed, it wasn't hard, grueling work, just slow and steady and progressive. Aries was quite concerned about the spot of sunlight that was on the ground in the arena. Every time we went by it, he made extra sure that it still hadn't transformed into a bottomless hole. Each time I work with him, Aries has been showing more and more stretch and strength on the left side. He can't hold it as well as he can on the right, but he's working on it. Just yesterday, I posted on the Facebook page a link to a clip from Manolo's upcoming in-hand training DVD. In that clip, he talks about working with a horse's mind. Aries is a horse that gets physical problems because of his mental state. How he feels about the world causes him stress. So much stress that it causes his body to suffer. But in-hand work has done wonders to help him relax and become more confident.